Arcade Perfect, my arse.
Right, hello guys, welcome to another Arcade Perfect My Arse, and this week I'm taking a look at Tiger Road, released by Capcom in 1987. Now, I've got to be honest, this is not a game I am really familiar with. I've certainly heard of the title, and I think I even remember the advert in the magazines back in the day. But I've got to say, this is the first time I've ever actually played the game. So there you go, you've got to go and save some kidnapped kids. And you play the part of one of the characters out of Right Said Fred, wielding a huge chopper no less. So let's see how it plays. Very, very distinctive Capcom sounds. They sound very Ghosts and Goblins-esque. Now, unlike what do you call it, Golden Axe, you can't jump in and out of the screen. Although it looks like you should be able to, you literally move left and right, and obviously you can jump up as well. I'm assuming you can jump up onto these platforms, yeah, like that. I'm not quite sure if there's any other moves other than just kind of hacking away. Although that seems to kind of work absolutely fine. I hope you can kind of poke him in the bollocks with the other end of your axe. Ah, balls! Right, okay, there's a very, very strict time limit, so I better not hang about quite so much. Yeah, it kind of feels like Ghosts and Goblins with a bald bloke and warriors with large samurai swords. If that's what they are, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it does feel kind of Ghosts and Goblins-esque, you know, left to right jumping. I see, even the sound effects. Where's the time? Oh, right, 54 seconds. Plenty of time. Right, okay, let's go. Oh blimey, it's is it Hulk Hogan, or is it, if you're a certain age, Giant Haystacks? Hands up who remembers Giant Haystacks. He has got unfeasibly huge arms. Look at the size of his arms, that's just ridiculous. So yeah, again, this does kind of remind me of halfway through the second level in Ghosts and Goblins, and you get the kind of tenement blocks, and you've got these big kind of troll things. Right, yeah, you just got to kind of keep battering them, because basically if these guys get a hold of you, they just rip you to shreds. I love the sound effects as he totters up the stairs. That sound effect somehow doesn't really fit in with the rest of the game, I don't think. Why is that flashing? Oh, is that because it must be because my health is only at I've got 3 bars left. So it's slightly more forgiving in Ghosts and Goblins. I mean, Ghosts and Goblins is you get hit once. Well, technically you can get hit twice because you lose your armour the first time, and then the second time you lose a life. But this one you have got. Oh, I've just restored my energy. You have got a sort of energy bar, so it's technically a bit more generous. Avoid this guy, bollocks. It reminds me a bit like the big baldy bloke in Double Dragon. That he comes crushing. What do you call it? He comes bursting through the wall, and he kind of just throws you about. But I mean, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's not a patch in Ghosts and Goblins. Where do I need to go? Alright, I'm assuming I need to go up here. Ah, balls! I was just about to run through that door. Yeah, it's a cross between Hulk Hogan, Lemmy out of Motorhead, and Giant Haystacks, I think. Oh, avoid the balls. Oh, there we go. And that note, that's game over. Now I should note here, undoubtedly one of the greatest martial art games ever written. There you go. That is very, very high praise indeed. That was in the instructions for the C64 one. So let's see if it lives up to its up to this high praise. Right, so let's just start the C64 one. Right, okay. The graphics are extremely small. Again, kind of similar to Ghosts and Goblins. The sprites in that were really wee. Right, okay. Backgrounds are nice. Main sprites are a bit... I know there's a bit of glitching going on as well. Right, I'm assuming that these wee guys just keep on coming, so you really need to try and kind of start moving. I mean, I'm down to 38 seconds already. Doesn't help the fact that I've wasted about a minute not actually moving anywhere. So yeah, I mean the sprites are okay, a bit pixely. They do, to be fair, they do kind of look like the arcades, you know, and albeit far simpler. Right, now I'm sure they look like balls in the arcade one, whereas they look like barrels, so I'm half expecting to see Donkey Kong at the end of this level. Right, okay, well, there you go. This is completely different from the arcade one. I was waiting for giant haystacks, but we seem to be getting attacked with a sort of flying skeleton of sorts. Kind of feels a bit more like, sorry if I keep going on about Ghosts and Goblins, but this feels more like the second level of Ghosts and Goblins, where you've got the sort of platforms, and you've got these little flying banshee type things. Right, it's ridiculously hard as well, you'll probably notice. I mean, I've almost... yeah. Stupidly difficult. The fact is, it's almost impossible to actually kill these guys. Come on. Right, okay, game over. Right, that's the C64 one. Let's batter on. Right, this is Tiger Road on the ZX Spectrum. Now, I think this is just the 48K one. Don't know whether this was multi-load or not. I'm not quite sure. Right, we just want to go for, well, we want to go for Kempston. And then we want to go for player one. Right, okay. Almost complete silence other than a little tapping sound when you wield your sword. Graphics statically are obviously better than the C64, but again they've taken the cop out and it's all monochrome. It kind of feels a wee bit like, sorry if I keep kind of making comparisons, but it feels a bit like Kung Fu Master, only not as good. Yeah, I mean these guys just keep on coming, doesn't matter how quick, how many you kill, they just keep coming, so it almost makes sense to just try and keep running to the side. I've got absolutely no idea how this rated back in the day. I'm guessing not particularly well. I mean, I can't say I'm overly enthusiastic about what I've seen. Right, let's just try and leg it and avoid all the baddies. Yeah, there you go. Don't bother killing them, just run like hell. Hey, at least this one is a bit more faithful to the arcade one. It's got giant haystacks, but it actually looks like guys that have got their arms tied above their head. He just throws you, he just tosses you like a piece of unused or piece of garbage. Game over, dearie me. Right, okay, that's enough. That is the ZX Spectrum one. Hey, at least we've got some sound. This is Tiger Road, and this is on the Amstrad CPC. Oh, dearie me. Believe me, that makes your eyes want to bleed. But you know what? Music! Now there you go, I've just spotted a flaw. Just right at the end of the... Now you can imagine if you had spent £9.99 in that, and you've literally... You need to remember, I've never played this game, and it's the first time I've played the Amstrad one as well, and I've just literally just ran aside. So yeah, I don't think this was play tested very much. Graphically wise, Amstrad one's not bad. I've got to say the sound, the music is actually pretty good. It does sound like the arcade one. Right, how the hell did I get up these steps? Can I get past that? I don't think so. So it kind of looks like you can just jump up, because you've kind of got the height like that, but then you fall back down again. So I'm assuming I need to... Oh right, I managed to get up that time. Right, when you hit him once, he just stands completely still. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you know, it's a fine line between having a challenging game and a game that is piss easy, but this takes a biscuit. There is absolutely no skill involved at all. Which is a shame, because I mean, graphically wise, this is probably the best so far. Not that that would be a particularly difficult thing to beat, but yeah, they've just made the playability of this stupidly easy. Hold the joystick to the right and just keep pressing the fire button. I think this would be a game that if back in the day if I'd bought, I think I'd be wanting to take it back. Which is a thing I never did. I never ever took back a game because it was crap. Whereas you would take back anything else. If you bought a kettle from Argos and it didn't work or it didn't boil the water particularly fast, you would take it back. Yeah, for some strange reason, computer games, I just accepted it. If I bought a duff game, I just put it down to experience and thought, well, that's another £10 I'll never get back again. Right, so where do we go here? Where do we go from here? Is it down to the lake of fear? Ay 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 ay. Bonus point if you can name the group. Right, anyway, that's the Amstrad one. Right, 16-bit time. This is the Atari ST with a jolly tune. Right, it seems to make an exploding sound. It sounds more like a gun than a sword. But, you know, graphics look nice. They just look kind of... it looks like a miniature version of the arcade. But again, can you detect here there is absolutely no skill required at all. Hold joystick to the right and just keep hitting that fire button. What about him going? How are we doing for time? Oddly the time is at 0. Maybe it's got cheat mode enabled or something. I didn't actually see that. Right, yeah, we completed the first level on our first go. And at least they look a bit more like the arcade. He picks you up once and it's instant loss of life. Or was my energy down a wee bit? I'm not quite sure. Hey, just leap right over him. Are you sensing a bit of a pattern with this? The playability is just non-existent. You actually look more like a baby in this one, do you not think? A little baby with his rattle. One scene you'll never unsee. Again, which is a shame because, I mean, graphically wise, this isn't actually too bad. It borders from being absolutely ridiculously easy to he picks you up and he just throws you and you instantly die. So yeah, the gameplay, I think we can fairly say, is not balanced. Oh, still got 4 bars. I'll have to fight again. Until he grabs it and he explodes into 6 pieces. What's that all about? Don't bother going up the stairs, just leap straight up. Saves a lot of hassle. So, yeah, that's Atari ST one. Let's batter on. Right, hopefully we're going to get a decent version. This is the PC engine. Now it's kind of got its own take on the graphics. It's kind of going for a more kind of cartoony look, and you'll see there. I mean, I don't remember jumping over water at all in the arcade one or any of the other versions. So it's kind of done its own take on things, but it does look like Tiger Road. Obviously, this one it benefits from having 2 fire buttons. You've got jump and then you've got attack as well. Time limit? Oh, I've still got a minute to go. Let's kill him and then get in. There we go. Right. Yeah, well, that guy's walking about in the score. What's he doing there? Yeah, it's not sticking rigidly. I can't even say the word. It's not sticking rigidly to the arcade experience. Well, that's maybe not a bad thing, though. It depends. I suppose, you know, perhaps they've got a better game here, because, you know, arcade games were not really designed to be fun. They were just designed to take your money. So maybe it's better to have its own kind of version of the game, possibly. But then if you're buying this to play the arcade one, you do want it to be arcade perfect. Yeah, I don't like the fact that the baddies appear in the score at the top. That's a bit naff. Sounds not bad. It's got kind of suitably oriental music blaring away in the background. Yeah, that is a bit naff why they've done that. It looks rubbish. There we we go. Oops. Watch the spike. So I think it's fair to say that this is probably the best one so far, although it doesn't stick strictly to the plot of the original. It does kind of mix it up a wee bit. The NES versions of arcade games always do that. Don't know why, but they always insist on changing levels and adding little backstories and that kind of stuff. If it was me, I would rather just get the actual arcade version and stick to the original. Right, why can't I get out? I've got 20 seconds to get out. I'm assuming I must have something else to kill. Nah, balls. Anyway, right, this is a Kippen Momodor Amiga. Yep, spot the typo. Right, looks very similar to Atari ST. Sound is a bit better, slightly less crackly. But again, it seems to suffer from hold the joystick to right and just keep pressing fire button. Yeah, you wouldn't really, I mean, if you'd bought this version, £24.99 probably, 30 quid, I would be a wee bit annoyed being able to rush to the end of a level like this. You know, it's hardly conducive for to encourage good video game play. What on earth was that? Can we get to the end there? There you go. So I just hold the joystick to the right and keep pressing fire button and you'll complete the level. Right, there's Big Daddy with his gloves on, weightlifting gloves. Not Big Daddy, giant haystacks. Now, you know, it's gone very quiet. Why is there not music? I mean, the Amstrad had decent music. You know, it's unforgivable. Why has the Commodore Amiga not got music? And again, he looks more like a little baby with his nappy on, and well, to be fair, that looks more like an axe. I think the Atari ST one, it looked like a rattle. Is that thunder and lightning, the noise, or is it the sound of you getting flung on the ground? I'm suspecting it's the latter, actually. Oh, star, whatever that does. Yeah, it's a bit of a mundane game, I think. It's hard to be critical of a conversion when the actual original's not really that up to much. Let's just play this for another minute and see how we go on. Again, look at the tiny little playing screen. I didn't really notice that until now. Every version has got a really small playing screen and you've got this huge big kind of banner around it. There's absolutely no need for that. So anyway, that was the Commodore Amiga one. Now this one is the MS-DOS. Now yeah, it's got plinky plonky MS-DOS sound. Graphically wise, it kind of looks pretty much like the arcade. Again, it's got that huge big banner. Now let's just see if we can get to the end of this level and then we'll move on. Looks like the executioner at the top there. His black mask on. Yeah, there we go. Looks like we're going to get to the end of the first level. with Big Daddy, Giant Haystacks. So, anyway, listen, that's the last version. That is MS-DOS. So, yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag now, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of the arcade one. I mean, it's okay. It's not a patch in Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts or, you know, Shinobi, any of these other kind of run and jump platform games. C64 one's alright. Spectrum one is a bit pants. It's not much better or worse than the C64 one. Amstrad one, graphically wise, it does look really nice. But out of the three 8-bits, it's ridiculously easy, which completely ruins it. The Amiga and Atari ST are both completely devoid of any gameplay. Like I says, hold the joystick to the right. We wouldn't even have to look at the screen and just keep pressing fire button. So yeah, they're pretty poor, although graphically wise they do look pretty good. MS-DOS one suffers the same fate as the Atari ST and Commodore Amiga one. So I suppose it's with a heavy heart I'm going to probably have to say that the PC Engine one, whilst not, you know, being faithful to the original, it does change the level a wee bit. Maybe it's an intentional thing because they realise, well, it's not a great arcade game, so let's try and kind of make it a bit more playable. But so it's not technically faithful, but it's, you know, I would say it's the most playable. At least it provides a bit of a challenge, which is what you want when you're buying a game. So yeah, I suppose if I've really got to put them into order, I would have to say, I don't know, I would probably say the Commodore Amiga and Atari ST are in second place equal, so third and second place. And I think the PC Engine would probably be my favourite version of this game, though I wouldn't actually choose to play it. There's much better games out there. But if you really want to play a home version and not the main version, then go and load up the PC Engine one. So anyway guys, that is it. That's another Arcade Perfect My Arse draws to an end. If there's a game you want to see that's you know, me featuring this feature, then please just put the comments down below. Make sure you check the playlist to make sure I've not done it. But finally guys, as always, thank you very much for watching.